time right now is, I should say today's date, 5/16, 2016. The time, what was it at? 2:18 a.m. Man, what I gotta do right now? What I gotta do right now? Right now, I just cleaned the kitchen. I just cleaned the kitchen. I do have a bit of OCD when it comes to cooking. I had said in an early video that I plan on cooking. I do have OCD though. As a, when I was younger, when I was younger, being around my mother, I don't necessarily say I want to raise, but because she has OCD, I have OCD, like on some extreme shit. So before I cook, I like to clean the kitchen, and like honestly, this would have been done sooner. This would have been done earlier. Like kitchen would have been clean. Kitchen would have been clean. Food be prepped, all of that. Like done. Already marinated type. But it's just one of the things that scares me right now, cause tomorrow, tomorrow I have to walk in the city. For me to walk this, for me to walk into the city is for me to understand that I'm already gonna be on edge. I'm already gonna be on edge. You know, like I said, like I mentioned before, I had a flashback. This week is flashbacks for me. My birthday and Mother's Day. My mother, my mother, my mother's dead to me. Honestly, I can't sugarcoat that. I can't make that any better than what it is. Keep it a buck. My mother's dead to me. My mother chose to cover up a man that tried to, you know what I mean? No, not try to do shit. My mother covered up a man's attempt on my life, and beyond that, she's been plotting on my life for a long damn time. But the thing, man, I don't even want to get into it right now. I'm gonna get into it one day, but to get into it is going to detract, detract, whichever, take away from what it is I'm doing myself right now. So I'm not going to get into it. And besides, this is what I'm putting up right now. What I'm doing right now is going on all my pages. All on my pages as an explanation as to why I took those videos down from the Father's Redemption page. I'll start with that. It's fresh in my mind. I took those videos down because I feel they detract. They take away from what it is I'm doing myself. You know, it's this hurts and pains and all that. They taken away from it. So instead, what I did was I started a new Facebook page, and what I'm gonna do with my new Facebook page is add videos from my new page to a Father's Redemption. It's not gonna be so much damn near every verbatim everything I say, but more so as far as what it is I'm doing myself, my hustle, my hustle, my hustles. Like I said earlier, you have to hustle with people. One of my hustles, one of my hustles involves me walking over to a friend's. Oh yeah, walking over to a friend's employment and asking her if her offer still stands. Yeah, but that offer, that offer involves me cooking. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, but I do specialize in a few. I know how to cook. I never, I never received any formal training. You know, besides my mother teaching me the basics when I was younger, I never received any formal training. I'm just a creative person. My imagination is crazy. And and it's one of those things where I remember when I was probably about 5 6 years ago, a man once told me that you don't need to go to school and you don't need any fancy knives to be a good cook. All you need is great recipes. I've actually expanded upon what he told me. I look at it as, yes, you don't need the school, but it helps. You don't need the knives. You just have to make sure that the ones you have are sharp and sturdy. More importantly, if you're able to pull off what it is you trying to pull off without having everything going thing you need, you're a good cook. And I've done that before. I've sold plates before. You know, I was matter of fact, it's so real. I've sold plates before. I've done a great job of cooking stuff I've never cooked before, and got people think like wow, this is great. Goat and oxtails. I wasn't making that in Bethlehem, but when I came to Allentown, it's one of those things I learned. I had to learn to me. When you're getting meat packages and all the meat packages have pork except for the one just has a pound of ham, but it has turkey wings, turkey legs, goat, oxtails, stuff you just don't ever cook. You bump normally, you don't ever cook it. But I taught myself. I learned a bit from people here and there, but bump that. I put that work on myself for my little man, cause he needs to eat. A, he needs to eat, and B, I'm not the type to take money out of his mouth. I ain't finna take him food out of his mouth. Like, nah, you don't have to go buy me no steak. I'm gonna learn how to make these oxtails real quick. I'm gonna learn how to do curry goat, curry chicken, and now I'm preparing to make some other turkey wings. The offer my friend made me was, while working for her, I could take I could pick anything off the menu and recreate it. And if I have that recipe down, then she'll try it out in her store. Thing is, I'm not really sure if that offer still stands. So instead of sitting up here and saying, hey, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and that's going to work out fantastic, like, I don't know. I definitely don't. Just like, I don't know if I could wait 18 years. Or not to say 18, but 12, 13 years to see if Papa's going to remember me or love me. Like, just like he shouldn't have to wait that long to hear me say I love you. Same with my first. Man, them 2 days was stressful. And yeah, I took a little. Anyway, I had to relax, so it is what it is. But especially with my first, like, what I gotta wait. I gotta wait 12 more years on it, and hope he just wants to find out why he had that name and who that guy was. And then what if he looks me up? What if he looks me up on Google? What's he actually looking for? Oh yeah, this guy, yeah, he went to jail, he did this, he did that. Like, that's not gonna be me. I mean, the expression definitely is. Only a few, I said that wrong. Most people will see you as you appear to be. So when he looking up on Google and all of that, he's gonna see me, that name, my face, my picture, all of that, as I appear to be, as everyone might have told him I am. Oh, your dad ain't this, he ain't that. Dude with the name, he was just a donor, blah blah blah. Like, nah, that's not me. I love my son, I miss my son. Most people will see you as you appear to be. Only a few will only a few will see you as you really are. And I don't necessarily like. It's one of the things like I don't need a few to see me as I am, to truly see me as I am. I need a lot. So that's the whole point of the pages. I need a lot of people to see me as I truly am, to see me as the father I truly am. So they can let them boys know, like, yo, your dad's that dude. I have friends that hustle. When I told them what I'm doing myself, they think I'm like, wait, like what? Why would you do that? Why do you care? Blah blah blah. So I try and do my best to explain it to them in a business format, street format, hustle format, street. Like, oh, listen, think about what I'm doing. Think of all the charities and organizations out there. I should say thoughts from an enlightened mind. Check this out. It's real. I'm amazed myself sometimes, but to have my friends tell me they don't know what it is I'm doing, and then to break down the math to them, like, listen, from a hustling standpoint, my hustle is pure. From a hustling standpoint, I gotta take this shave. But anyway, from a hustling standpoint, what gets the most money? What charities and organizations get the most money? I mean, vets get money, women get money, animals get money, but I'm pretty sure things done for the kids, they get more bread, they get more money. And since I'm doing all of this for my son because I love my son, I miss my sons. I'm missing them both. And because I'm doing this for them, not for me, not to put nothing in my pocket. No, I'm doing this for them. To do this for them is to do it for all. Why wouldn't I succeed in what I'm doing? Well, he's not yours and you can't do nothing and the mom, this and that. It's like, okay, but why can I not succeed? Like, all you doing is just talking to hear yourself speak. You're not answering my question. Why can't I succeed? Why can't I succeed in letting the child that loves me as his daddy, as his father, why can't I succeed and let him know, yeah, I'm right here, I miss you too? Why can't I succeed and letting that first little boy know, like, yo, your dad's right, you know what I'm saying? I don't know you're bad, da 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 da. And that first little boy have me walking down the street and see a t-shirt like, yo, wait, his name is Boom, and then Boom, and then, his candles? Like, Boom, but what? Or or if there's an organization, or if there's something they doing something about bullying, and I pop up to talk about parental alienation, which is a form of parental bullying, and I talk about missing my little man. Boom, hey, listen, now they booking me for shows. Hustle. They won't book me for shows if I can't get enough people to talk about me. And that's what this is. I understand that I must be relevant. It's not stay relevant. Well, it is stay relevant, but I definitely have to be relevant. I mean, I may have to, instead of making videos and giving people shout outs in the videos, then you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to flip that. I'm gonna have to change that tactic, and I'm just gonna have to actually type it up on a person's page. Yo, I want to get with you about this song, blah 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 blah, for this organization I'm doing, for my upcoming project, for this organization, for me, for my little man. Mind you, since this is a movement I'm starting for the kids, and that song would fit right in with the whole thing about the kids. Then why wouldn't you want that publicity that comes with such an organization doing something for the kids? Like, to have people that do music and say, yeah, I do stuff for the kids, yada yada yada. All right, cool. You try and then try and track down a person because you're doing something for the kids and you trying to figure out how much it costs, so you get a better understanding of that whole process. I mean, heck, I'm trying to make a movie. I'm trying my best to make a movie, straight up movie. Like, when I post this video, if you liking what I'm saying, you want to hear more, hey, check it. Click the follow button. I'm making a brand new page for all these extra conversations and all these anxieties to get out my head. Because I do have people on my page that are young and that can't stomach life, can't stomach real shit in life. Like I get it, I dig it, I understand. I'm a boss type. I'm a general. I'm a boss type. I get it. I hustle, which means I have to understand people. I'm a boss type. I crunch the numbers 24/7. I crunch the numbers so much that I think I understand what's going on with the VA. They looking at me like, well, there's nothing wrong with you because it's not necessarily like combat or like shell shock or any of that. They don't they don't seem to understand like me losing my son in that manner, me having to hang out with a bunch of freaking clowns and they just push boundaries and just I ain't gonna say all of them, but those that was there with me, they understand when I say I had to hang out with a bunch of clowns. Like, and I didn't have to go. Like, the VA don't really understand that whole criminal bond thing. Like, whatever. They used to deal with combat, but so am I. To go see a psychologist who tells me I'm dealing with high trauma, and it's like, no. And he explained to me why the VA just won't be able to help me because they're looking at it as a monetary issue, and I'm not like physically hurt. Well, we gave you anxiety and depression, that should be good. And it's like, nah. It's like my anxiety's tied into my little man. My depression is tied into little man. And then I come around and I'm talking to people, and those people, instead of instead of me hearing something along the lines like, all right, well, what are you gonna do about it? And that being that, instead of me hearing like, yo, what are you gonna do about it? I break it down to them. Okay, cool. Well, you go ahead and do that, and just keep me posted on how it do. No, I don't get that. I get that's just not gonna work. There's just nothing that you can absolutely do about it, and that increases my anxiety. That increases my anxiety because that's what I heard when I was in the military all them years ago. You can't do this, you can't do that. We're not gonna help you do shit. We're not gonna support you. You just come over here. You just come all over here like a good nigga. That's how I felt sometimes on some real shit. But you just come over here like a good little house nigga, do the fuck we want you doing that shit. And it's like, I understand. I definitely understand because I've been through so much shit. All this trauma, I'm traumatized. I don't I'm at a point in my life I'm at such an enlightened state that I understand it's not necessarily trauma. I'm not I'm not up here trying to talk to y'all complaining about a problem I'm having. I just wanted to talk to you about the problem, get your thoughts, and your thoughts are basically no, don't do it. Have you tried medicine? Like medication isn't gonna help me forget the bullshit that I've been through in my life. Medication isn't gonna block out no. I'm not gonna walk down the street. I should say I won't be able to wake up, pop a pill, walk down the street, and won't see no fathers with their kids. Won't hear any fathers telling their sons they love them. Like I won't hear that. Like no, there's no medication. Shit, that's why I don't leave the house. I don't leave the house because of that. Because I know that. And I know when I hear that, my anxiety's gonna kick up. I'm gonna catch a freaking anxiety attack. It's happened to me before. And the only thing that really keeps me going is knowing what I'm gonna do about it. So on my new page, I will be discussing things of that nature, like what it is I'm gonna do about it. Every now and then, while I'm waiting for my new page to get that buzz, I'll be posting stuff from this page. I should say from my new page to my main page. If it's something for Little Man for Papa, then I'm gonna post it to Father's Redemption page. Any events I see coming up like Color Fun Fest, things of that nature, cool. We gonna get it popping. And I'm actually gonna I should say one of the other things I'm looking at doing that as far as the organization is being able to organize things like that for fathers that feel they may be being alienated, or they just want to be able to just snatch up their kids and do something like a group type function. Like, cool, let's get it. Everybody could throw on a whole little the shirts and all of that with the they could throw on the shirts with the emblem with the design. Like, I want to tell y'all about that so bad. Like, it's so hot. Like, oh man, it's so hot. Like, it is so hot. Like, and like the crest itself, man, it's like beautiful. I would tell you about it, but I hate when people steal. So I'm gonna keep that for myself until y'all see it on paint and I get copyrighted and trademark. I'm chilling. My anxiety is crazy. It definitely is. But I hate rambling. This is why I'm gonna do live shows, so I can just sit here and talk about nothing and people listen to it and keep it moving. Live shows. But I'm getting off topic. Um. So yeah, I've made a new page. I'm gonna post this video. I'm gonna post this video. I'm actually gonna post this on my new page and then post it from my new page to my main page. Throw it on YouTube. You know what I mean? Do it big. Like, I miss my boys. Like, to be told I can't do anything about it. To actually sit down and talk to the psychologist about that case, Tony versus Chester County Hospital. And he's like, oh, well, and I said the whole thing about a special relationship and negligently breaching that would cause emotional distress so extreme. He's like, oh, well, that was a doctor and a patient. You can't use that at all. And it's like, why not? Why can't me being a father, feel like, why can't it be like, okay, I was the father the first time, went through hell, involved with the military. I wasn't able to do half the shit I'm doing right now. And X amount of years later, I'm going through the same shit. I'm going through the same distress. I'm going through the same fucking pain. Why? If I don't have PTSD, then this shouldn't bother me the way it's bothering me now. But no, I'm just traumatized. Like, you're just traumatized. It's like, nah. If I wasn't overseas, I wouldn't be going through this. Because realistically, I'm facing the same thing now that I faced years ago. The difference being, little man, Papa called me Pop. Papa look at me as Daddy. That's the only difference. That's the, yeah. On real, like, that's the only difference between. I mean, there are other differences, but I'm gonna get into that on my other shit. This is about 20 something minutes long, and I'm trying to keep them short till I get them on the main page for my pops. I seen them, and I'm actually gonna make a video and talk about that. Will be posted after this one. I ain't gonna tell y'all when, cause I'm horrible with these. Plus some stress. I gotta cook, and I have to go ask this woman if that offer still stands. Matter of fact, I might just shoot her a message on Facebook. I don't know. Anyway, I'm out. Time right now is 2:42 a.m. 2:42 a.m. Today's date is 5/16/2016. Y'all have a beautiful day, and I'm out.